So many weddings are held outdoors in the garden. You need a fabulous bouquet, but it needs to be casual and garden influenced. What would be better than garden roses to finish it off? The stars of this show, roses from gardenrosesdirect.com. I'm going to use the beautiful Hetty in that hot pink, and then Millicent in the brighter pink, both so fragrant. Then we'll enhance with flowers from florabundance.com. We've got nerines, clematis, ranunculus, and some beautiful miniature orchids. Ahead of time, I removed all the thorns off of the roses because you don't want those there. You want to make sure that it's nice and clean, ready for designing. Foliage, I've got some beautiful sage and a little bit of eucalyptus. I'm just going to gather that in my hand. Sage and eucalyptus. Pulling it together. And then once I have a base, I can start adding in my roses. Tucking in the beautiful Hetty and having it be low and thinking in layers. Bringing in another Hetty, a little taller, so that I start some depth of the design. Then turning that, bringing back the Millicent, tucking it low, and then adding another, a little taller. Then as I work, going back and adding more of the sage and more of the eucalyptus. With the base in place, I can go back and add additional. Then I want to start thinking about elevating, adding softness, bringing in the ranunculus, letting them come in a little taller, finding a spot to weave in. Maybe the nerines, letting them dance over the top. A bit of the clematis, bringing it out to the side, getting that movement. Then turning it and bringing in additional blooms. And everything that you do, you think about layers. You want some things tucked low, like you see here, and then some things a little bit longer, coming out over the top, extending, adding that casual touch, that garden feel, pulling them apart, tangled. There we go. And then turning, bringing in additional roses, adding more of that beautiful fragrance. So grand. And continuing around, just filling in flowers as you go. As I finish, it's best to stand in front of a mirror and look at it so you can see where the holes might be. Because you can always go back and add one more nerine, tucking it in, filling a hole that might exist. Maybe bring it up a little bit, coming back with an extra ranunculus, finding the perfect spot and feeding that in. Then turning it, looking to see where you might need another rose. Can't have too many roses. They're so fabulous. Tucking them in, getting a little more movement, maybe another ranunculus. And then once you're satisfied looking at it in the mirror, you can go back and add that last little bit of foliage to finish it off, and then tie it together using bind wire. For a final detail, tucking in the orchids, just to give it that little bit of exotic touch, bringing them around and grouping them so that they really show where the front of the bouquet should be, tucking them in, and then doing that final tie. The recipe, I started with that base of foliage using sage and eucalyptus. Then the beautiful roses. I have 6 of the heady in that hot pink and 7 of the Millicent in the lighter pink. Then I filled in with the garden flowers. 7 of the Nerine lily, 7 of the ranunculus, so beautiful. And then the clematis, 7 stems to spread out. Lastly, I added in 3 stems of the miniature phalaenopsis. Gives you a beautiful garden wedding bouquet. Creating a garden wedding bouquet is so easy when you have fabulous flowers and garden roses direct. That's my resource. You'll find more creative inspiration on the website, flowerschool.com. If you have questions, you can reach us through there. But now it's your turn. Create a casual garden wedding bouquet. So on trend. Take a picture, post it on social media, and hashtag Floral Design Institute. That way we all can see what you do as you do something you love.